Hello guys, how are you today? It is Friday, awesome. I am not doing anything tonight. I'm staying home. That's pretty much the life of a single mom, even though my kids aren't here, so that's sad. I will be tackling washing my hair. I came back from a cruise and I haven't really done anything with it since then. So I guess you can call it Fry-yay wash day. Eh. Anywho, I'm totally off topic, rambling. Sorry about that. But anyways, I wanted to talk to you about my 1 month Gogokid update. So I actually reached 30 days with Gogokid on July the 8th. So it's been a month and some days, almost a week, that I've been officially hired with the company. So just wanted to provide everyone an update. I know when I first signed on, at the time that I became a teacher, I know I was within the first 100 teachers hired, but I think I may have been within the first maybe like 50 to 75. There were very few teachers. At the time, there were only three people on the recruiting staff. I believe they've added more staff for recruiting, but it's still crazy. They're crazy overwhelmed, still a little understaffed as they're trying to get teachers onboarded and into the program. So my hiring process was super quick. I believe I applied on, someone referred me, so I did give a referral to someone. So that was maybe like Thursday, and then I had an interview the following Monday, and then after my interview, I had an orientation, I think Thursday. I got all my materials onto the platform the next day, so Friday, if you will, I signed my contract. And then I had my mentor class Monday morning. So it was literally from interview to fully onboarded was a week, which is kind of unheard of in general. But definitely that's not going to be the process with Gogokid. Not for a while anyways. They are just so overwhelmed with all the influx of applications. So with that being said, the big incentives that they offered, I think everyone has heard so far about the $300 bonus for if you teach 3 classes within your first 30 days. Sorry, I'm in ESL teacher mode, so I'm doing lots of TPR, look at me, all that jazz. So just roll with it, okay? Thanks. So want to know, did I teach the 3 classes? I did not. I actually taught 2 classes. Crazy, right? I taught 2 classes in the 30-day period. They're experiencing high volume of cancellations. Reason being, anyone that signs up for a trial, they're free. The trials are free for the parent student. I believe they only get one free trial, one free trial class to test the system and see if they like the program and to encourage them to join. It's a sales tactic, essentially. So there's really no skin in the game for these parents. They'll sign their kids up for these sessions. A lot of times they cancel under 24 hours prior because they realize, hey, we're busy that time. That's not a good time to do this class. Or they just don't show up. It's the nature of the beast. Because they don't have tons of students that are actually signed on and taking the core classes and actually registered students with the program, there's tons and tons of trials. And because there's so many trials, again, that are free, there's a lot of cancellations. It is what it is. It's the nature of the beast. So for anyone that's just hiring, thinking about, anyone that was just hired, anyone thinking about joining the company and applying, just realize that there will be a lot of cancellations. It's just the nature, like I said. They will begin their big marketing push to try and start onboarding more and more students in August. So their essential strategy, if you will, is let's get as many teachers into the system now first, and then once we have all the teachers onboarded, or as many as possible, then we push and start getting students. So they have students, there are students there, the ratio is way off right now. There's way more teachers than there are available students. So parents have their pick of the litter in terms of when they're looking at classes, what teachers they want to select. It is what it is. So you need to realize that there are plenty of teachers that are getting booked consistently. There are teachers that go a month and don't get one booking. They may get their mentor class and that's it. And there's lots of us that are in between that may have some, but not a lot of bites. Again, that's just the way it goes. So I didn't teach the 3 classes. I taught 2, and I taught my mentor class. I have another one scheduled for Sunday, but of course it's a trial, so who knows if that will get canceled or not, but it's booked on my calendar as of right now. Um, so what I do want to highlight and remind people is you may or may not get that $300 bonus. And I know for me, I was probably one of those that was like, wah, complaining. This company set us up to fail. I was, okay? I was a hot mess. It is what it is. But if you look at it from the flip side, they are still offering a 60% pay for any unbooked peak time slots. So from the hours of 7 to 9 a.m., 7 days a week, that is what, four classes a day times 7 days. That's 28 slots a week that you can get paid 60% if no one books you at all. If you do get booked and they cancel, you get paid 60%. And then, of course, if you teach a class, then you get paid the full rate. But to get paid 60% of your base rate and not do anything, like, that's really unheard of in this industry. A lot of times you'll get paid for maybe doing standby or, a cancellation, things of that nature. But if you're not teaching, you're not getting paid. That's just kind of how most, pretty much as far as I've seen, all these companies work. So that differentiates Gogokid. So I don't want to say forget about the $300 bonus because there's plenty of people who have attained it. It's very attainable. And as you get closer and closer to that August date, it's going to be easier to attain because there's going to be a huge influx of students. So there's not going to be the quote unquote teacher competition in terms of there's supply and demand issues. They're not going to have that for much longer. So if you are just being onboarded now, or if you're thinking about applying and then maybe you might be hired in the next 3 weeks, that's perfect timing because you'll get in the system as people are coming on to investigate Gogokid. You'll be right in line with all the rest of us. So I just don't want anyone to get discouraged if you're new to the process, if you're thinking about if you're thinking about applying, or if you've been hired and you're in for a few weeks and you haven't got any bookings. I was right there with you. And like I still don't have tons. I've only done 2 actual classes. I've had 1 cancellation and I have 1 more booking. So I get it. Trust me, I get it. But just focus on those peak time slots. I know a lot of people teach up for other companies. So you don't want to compete for the time if you're not going to teach. But also remember that Gogokid, the parents have to book 24 hours prior. So if you have a peak time slot open, let's say you have 7:30 on Saturday morning open to teach on Gogokid. If no one books you by 7:30 a.m. Friday morning, you are free to roam about the country. You can go ahead. I know a lot of people that teach for VIP Kid. They can do short notice bookings. Say ABC also has standby sub options where 24 hours prior, you can open yourself up. So a lot of the other companies offer standby or sub opportunities that you can make yourself available for those peak time slots that don't fill with Gogokid. So I just want to highlight that because to me, that's a huge opportunity there. You have 28 slots a week that you could get paid even if you're not working. So yes, I think that's just a great thing about the company. Big thing that I haven't mentioned yet, but so I hit my 30 days. You get paid once a month, and our payday, I believe, is the 12th. I did get paid. Whoop, whoop. I did get paid for last month's teaching. I was surprised. I didn't think I would get paid, so I was happy about that. I just didn't think I'd meet the threshold. So there is a $50 minimum for you to get. If you have $50 in your account, then they'll pay you, but you have to at least have $50 that they owe you before they'll process a payment on their end. So I was happily surprised. I did meet that, and so I got paid. Exciting. With that, I know it's a new company, so that was one of my fears going into this is just, are they legit? I don't know about this. I haven't heard anything about them. I don't know anyone that teaches for them. So I totally get those fears about, I don't know if this is going to work. And then 2, then you have the combination of not a lot of bookings available, not a lot of students available. So people are just very side-eyeing, kind of, I don't know about this. It seems kind of shaky, and it's this company in China. But no, they're legit. I got paid, all that jazz. So all that to say, 1 month in, I haven't taught a lot with Gogokid, admittedly, but I'm still very, very optimistic. Again, there's the peak time slot pay. If you're not booked, you're still getting 60% of your base pay. You can't beat that. You cannot get that anywhere else. And outside of that, they still haven't started really marketing. So I'm in the system. I've taught some classes. Hopefully will continue to teach some. As you teach classes, what I've seen the trend with teachers that, are new to Gogokid, the more classes you teach, the more you get booked. Sounds counterintuitive, but it's basically, as you teach, you get reviews. So you have your number of reviews goes up. If you've got 10 reviews and they're all 4 or 5 stars, then you look really appealing to a parent that's signing on. So it's kind of like you just got to get those first few bookings. And once you get those, it's like a snowball effect. That's what I've seen from so many teachers that are new with Gogokid along with me. So I have tons of optimism. I think in the end, I'll be very glad that I applied with them. Long term, I'm hoping to have evening slots with regulars to offset. I do also work with Q Kids, and I want Q Kids to be like my main morning gig, and then I can fill in with Gogokid at night and on the weekends. That's my plan. But in order for me to get regulars, I need to increase my ratings, which means I need to get more bookings so that I look appealing to other students, and then they sign up for me. So it's kind of like a chicken before the egg type thing. So yeah, I don't want to go on too long. Oh, this video is already 11 minutes long. Whew, I've been talking a lot. My goodness. Anyways, so I'm positive about Gogokid. I think it's a great company. I think it's going to be huge. I think 6 months from now, people that didn't sign on now are going to be kicking themselves. And those of us that did sign on now are going to be so happy with the decision. So I'm still optimistic. I'm much more optimistic at I think I'm at day 37 than I was at, say, day 7. I'm happy with the decision. I think it'll be in my best interest. And I look forward to working with them for the near future. With that, goodbye. Like I said, time to tackle this. Do something with my hair this weekend. Hope you all have a wonderful weekend. And stay tuned for another video. Like, subscribe. Also, check out my Facebook group. Please join. We're talking about all ESL companies, not just say ABC, Q Kids, and Gogokid. So check it out. Join the club. And yeah, with that, have a good one. Bye.